Welcome to Africa News Roundup. Starting off this segment, Chad has shut its border with neighboring Sudan following clashes linked to the conflict in Sudan that claimed the lives of 5 Chadian soldiers. On Monday, the Chadian government announced the closure, citing repeated incursions and violations committed by force in Sudan's conflict. It is not the first time this Sudanese civil war has spilled into Chadian territory, leading to casualties and property damage. As well as the 5 soldiers who were killed, 3 civilians also lost their lives and 12 more were injured. It comes weeks before the war in Sudan enters its 4th year. According to the United Nations, the war in Sudan has unleashed the world's worst and largest hunger crisis. The conflict has displaced millions. Here is my analysis. The warning from the United Nations underscores that the conflict is not only a security crisis but also a humanitarian disaster, with mass displacement and severe hunger affecting millions. An urgent intervention is needed. Still on Africa News, the Nigerian government paid Boko Haram militants a huge ransom of millions of dollars to free up to 230 children and the staff the jihadists abducted from a Catholic school in November, an AFP investigation revealed on Monday. 2 Boko Haram commanders were also freed as part of the deal, which goes against the country's own law banning payment to kidnappers. The money was delivered by helicopter to Boko Haram Goza stronghold in northeastern Borno state on the border with Cameroon, intelligence sources told AFP. The decision to pay the militant is likely to irritate US President Donald Trump, who ordered airstrikes on jihadists in northern Nigeria on Christmas Day and has been sent military trainers to help support Nigerian forces. Nigerian government officials deny any ransom was paid to the jihadists. However, Nigeria has long been plagued by mass abductions, with criminals and jihadist groups sometimes working together to extort money from hostages' families and authorities seemingly powerless to stop them. Here is my analysis. The case shows how deeply entrenched kidnapping and insurgency remain in northeastern Nigeria, especially around Borno State near the border with Cameroon. The people need more than ransom payment, but maximum security. Finally, on African News, closed for more than 2 months, the border between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Burundi reopened this Monday, February 23rd, 2026, ending a period of isolation and uncertainty for thousands of residents. In Uvira, a strategic city on the shores of Lake Tanganyika, life is gradually returning to normal. Announced the day before by the governor of South Kivu, this reopening marks a symbolic and economic turning point for the region, but beyond the euphoria, residents remain cautious. The scars of recent clashes are still visible and stability remains fragile. For many, what matters now is that the border remains open and that both Congolese and Burundian authorities work to ensure security and freedom of movement. This is my analysis. The lingering insecurity means stability remains fragile, and the situation will depend on whether authorities in South Kivu and Burundi can sustain security to keep the border open. All this news we're getting from Africa News, and that's all on this segment. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.